Salam alaikum. Salami is so cool. Bismillah lilolilor. Razmataz razmalim wazazmilam. Yormi deen. Have you seen all my deen? Rahmatali wa rahmatallah. Larilaha ilalalali walalala. Muhammadin wa Mahamadin. Wa Amadan Bodan Bodan. Rasali wa Rasalalala. Warabadin hu warabadalallahu. Wa barakati wa barakala wa barakabama. Salami wa salama. Wa baradina baradala. Wa idina hu. Wal Quran hu wa kitabaluk zuba. Wa Islam dina shah. Wa hu wa mina shaitan. Amadullalala. Ya yuharalazina amanu. My dear brothers, I am the Amir of the Mujahideen, Amir Hattab, and I am speaking to you from beyond my grave, which the kuffar found and burned to ashes. By permission of Allah, I am temporarily assuming my previous body appearance, because what I look like now might be shocking to you. I used to be a proud mujahid and a slave of Allah, but Allah used my submission to kick me in the ass. I expected to find a garden with plenty of trees and rivers, and I fully trusted that I would get those promised 72 virgins as soon as I entered Jannah. But none of those promises ever materialized. Instead, it turned out to be 72 filthy old Sharmutar witches, who day after day keep pulling my hair off my beard and my rear end. In addition, I continuously experience painful burns from the raging fire that fills this place. Sahih, no delicious dates and wine to be found here, as Allah had promised, but only stinking camel urine. I warn you, brothers, do not fall in the trap of Islam. In fact, I used to be a Saudi warlord among the various gangs of Muslim invaders which have taken control of Chechnya. I used to send the men to the battlefield while I sat safely in the valley of Pankazi in neighboring Georgia, giving private lessons in Islam to their girls, following the practice of our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. But some of the men became frustrated, and one of those MTFs put some poison into my food. May he be crushed. Well, at the root of all this is the falsehood of Muhammad. That scumbag fooled us all. Where is the proof that he is a prophet? He says he speaks for Allah. But who is Allah? He claims to be God, the creator of all things. But what proof does he give that he is really that person? Did he allow Muhammad to perform any miracles? No, except the Muslims say that the Quran is his miracle. So there we have a circular reasoning. The proof that Allah is God is that he was revealed through Muhammad, and the proof that Muhammad is a prophet of Allah is that he produced a Quran, and the proof of the divine nature of the Quran is that it is supposed to reflect the perfection of Allah, who claims to be God, and the proof that Allah is God is that he was revealed through Muhammad, and the proof of Allah is the Rasul, and the proof of the Rasul is the Quran, and the proof of the Quran is the Allah, and where was I? But none of this can resist any scrutiny. Is Allah God? Really? But his Quran contains false accusations, as when he says, in Surah 9 verse 30, that the Jews call Uzair, son of God. Ask any Jew. This is obvious falsehood. So Allah is a false accuser, and false accuser is the original meaning of the name Satan. Muhammad a prophet? Who can be stupid enough to believe the laughable story of him flying to the seventh sky on the back of a winged donkey? This is obviously borrowed from Greek mythology, and designed to impress primitive camel-riding Bedouins. So-called scientific truths disclosed in the Quran? Well then, Leonardo da Vinci or Jules Verne were better prophets of Allah because they gave detailed and accurate descriptions of devices like helicopters or submarines, long before these things ever came to exist. What about the Quran supposedly being perfect and impossible to improve or imitate? Do you believe such nonsense? I offer to produce, right here and now, a Quran that Allah will acknowledge is better than his own. Please follow me carefully. In the Quran, Surah 42 verse 40, Allah says that forgiving is superior to punishment. Start of quote, and the recompense of evil is punishment like it, but whoever forgives and amends, he shall have his reward from Allah. Surely he does not love the unjust. End of quote. Now let us go back to Surah 9 verse 30. Start of quote, and the Jews say, Uzair is the son of Allah, and the Christians say, the Messiah is the son of Allah. These are the words of their mouths. They imitate the saying of those who disbelieved before. May Allah kill them. How they are turned away. End of quote. This verse uses the word katala, which means to kill. Katalahum Allah. May Allah kill them. Allah says it is good to amend. So I amend the Quran and I remove the word Qatala, and I replace it with the word astaghfir, forgive. I now have created a new Quran, which has astaghfir Allah, may Allah forgive them, instead of Qatalahum Allah, may Allah kill them, since Allah says in 42:40, that forgiving is better than punishment. He has to acknowledge that my Quran is better than his. I won. Allahu Snakbar. Allahu Snakbar. Allah has lost. Allah lost his challenge. Watch him as he retreats in shame, like a dog with his tail between his legs. Allahu Snakbar. My brothers, the time has come for you to turn away from this false and evil God. Do not repeat my mistake. Do not get caught in the trap of Islam. Leave this evil religion and curse this false God. And pray for me, as I must return to Jannah to roast on Allah's barbecue. Shukran jazilan wa ila lika.